Welcome to the Sean and Renee Talk Show. I am your co-host, T. Renee.
And I am Nisha LaShawn. Hey, y'all.
Today, we're going to talk about disrespect and what is our personal breaking points. So, this is a topic that can run the gamut, whether in your personal life, your professional life, or just in general. Because we're in a day and age where disrespect is going way far.
It's on sale. Disrespect is on sale at Walmart.
I mean, really?
Yeah. Clearance.
Yes.
Flying off the racks.
It's like 50 cents.
Yeah.
Because...
Go for $1.
And it's like people, the engagement to be disrespectful, especially on social media, it's just like, I read a comment and I don't necessarily agree with it, but I'm just going to say something just to be an agitator.
Yeah, I find it very alarming that people go through the work of creating social media profiles just for the purpose of arguing.
Yes.
Like they literally set up the email, set up the account, get a weird picture that don't make no sense.
Nothing.
And spend their life
being trolls.
Being an internet troll. That is trolls.
Yes.
We are going to church with these people. We are living lives with these people who have these undercover lives of just
being a troll.
Being a disrespectful troll.
And I find that online, when I make a comment and then I get that notification that somebody responded to it, and I just be like, Lord, you know my block list is a mile long.
And we love social media because I think we're people that love conversation.
Yes.
And we love, getting to know other perspectives.
Yes.
We love to state our opinion.
Yes.
But I don't think everybody is not even, I know everybody doesn't come to social media to socialize.
No.
On the internet. They come to social media to get their rocks off.
Yes.
My wife cheated on me, so I'm going to go online and post hateful things and talk about other people's families and just be nasty in the comments. Yeah. Now, social media is one thing, but let's really
tap into real life.
Tap into this. Disrespect on the job.
Okay, so...
Don't hold your temples.
Yeah.
I can see she holding her temples.
So, for me, I work in healthcare. So, there is a fine line that I allow in disrespect. Whether it's from coworkers, management, patients. My utmost goal is to make sure patients are cared for, they go home, and we're done with that. I want them to have a positive interaction when dealing with me. However, you do have an occasional patient that want to take you there. And so...
And to clarify, are we talking about cantankerous senile people who don't know any better?
No, just somebody that I know straight off that you're mad at your situation. You're not necessarily mad at me. So I'm just the person that you're going to take your frustrations out on. But I'm finna bring you back because I know that you're not mad at me. So I'm not going to let you disrespect me because you're frustrated because you're sick. You're not frustrated with me because, first of all, this is our first interaction. So how can you be mad at me? You're mad at what's going on.
Now, my sister works in healthcare too.
Mm-hmm.
And she always talks about how people she's there to service find out ways to be disrespectful. What do you think that's about? I'm going to be disrespectful to the person who is assigned to help me in my time of need.
Because they're mad at what they're going through. So since they're mad because they're sick or they're hurt or somebody's not moving at a pace that they feel needs to happen, they're going to lash out. But I'm programmed to diffuse that, because what you're not going to do is I'm not going to be the scapegoat for what you're feeling. I'm going to empathize with you, but what I won't do is be your punching bag. Because, like I said, you're mad at what you're going through. You're not mad at me because I haven't done anything. Actually, I'm calm and trying to help you. You're just mad at what you're going through.
What kind of person?
It could be anyway. It could be. I have experienced it. I worked in OB for like 4.5 years. We used to have young girls come in where they would be mad because they couldn't get their ultrasound, or mad because they don't have their prenatal vitamins, or mad because they just got into it with their baby daddy, or mad because the baby daddy is at the doctor's appointment with the other baby mama and y'all in the waiting room fighting. So it could be an elder. It could be an elder that's mad because they had to walk a long way. It wasn't any wheelchairs available. It could be.
It's not funny, but
it's serious. It could be anything, or they just got into. I've seen it. I've had an incident where a woman got mad because the doctor didn't call her prescription in. So she had already called and cussed us out on the phone. She got in her vehicle and came up there and was banging on the door. So it could be healthcare is one of them sectors where it could be whatever.
And you know what's so sad though? Because of the way the healthcare industry is structured, the people on the front line are the last people that have the power to change your circumstance.
Yes.
Although they're the first to act.
Yes.
They're the last that can change your circumstance.
Yes.
And so whatever help I can offer, trying to get this wheelchair or trying to get this appointment for you or trying to do whatever, I'm trying to figure out what kind of person is this? What kind of, process of thinking this individual has to think it'll be appropriate to go off on this employee?
It could be a number of things. Entitlement. You gonna take care of me. Okay, granted. We are a healthcare facility and we are here to take care of the community. However, you can't make demands in that setting that are against the ethics of the facility. Demanding a prescription.
The facility that I'm hired under.
Yes.
And work for.
Yes.
I'm not an executive of any kind.
No.
You're not talking to the CEO.
No. And we have federal, state, and city guidelines to follow in order to care for you. So especially when it comes to medication, at one point in this country, people were being overprescribed.
Oh, yes.
And then the feds stepped in and say, y'all keep overprescribing people, we're going to take your license. So what do you think the doctors that was doing it? I'm not risking my license for you, even though I probably contribute to your addiction.
What that rule does, though, it reels back the people who were overdoing it, and then it makes the ones who were doing it just right fearful. Right. So now they scared to even give you the basics.
Exactly.
Oh, just go from one extreme to another.
Yes. So that in the workplace, and then with supervisors, because we have some supervisors that feel like they can talk to you crazy, and then I have to kindly remind them we're both adults.
So you got the entitlement on one end that drives the disrespect, and then you have the power,
elitist
attitudes.
Yes.
Because, and a lot of times in the medical industry, medical field, however you want to call it, people have lots of credentials.
Yes.
And 3 letters behind their names and, all these fancy things. And they feel as though it grants them authority to communicate with others below the standard.
Yeah, in an aggressive manner.
Yeah.
So I've encountered that in my years, but I can say now that the management that I deal with now, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
It's like I can talk to them about anything. It hasn't always been that way.
Oh, no.
But with other management that I've dealt with, but at this particular time in my career, chef kiss, I have an open door policy. I can talk to them about anything. But in the past, I always had to remind the managers in question, we're both adults. I recognize that you are my manager, but at the same time, there is a way to talk to an employee and not be disrespectful because we're both adults.
So as far as the workplace, we hear that all the time as like in the workplace, HR doesn't work for you, they work for the company.
Absolutely.
How does one advocate for themselves when disrespect is happening while still maintaining the integrity of their position and not creating contentious relationships?
It's a double-edged sword. Now, also with me working in healthcare, I happen to be a union member. I am a union representation. I give, if something happens, I'm getting a call. We got
the drama unfolds.
There's an attendance issue. It's a notice of investigation. So I see quite a bit. I see quite a bit as a union rep. So yes. But at the same time, you still have to make sure protocol is followed.
Yeah.
Because like I tell a lot of employees, you have to, one, follow the guidelines of the hospital. And that's to do your job.
Okay, so you can't address disrespect if you don't do the bare minimum of your job. It's very hard to advocate. I don't like the way somebody spoke to me when you can't show up on time.
You always late.
You always
calling in.
You don't know the policies nor the procedures of your position.
And then your actual disposition is negative and nasty. Now, yes, as a union representative, I'm going to represent you. But after that management leave and we are alone together, I'm going to have a conversation. We're going to have a come to Jesus moment. Like, baby, do you want your job? Because if you do want your job, I need you to kind of like figure out what's going to work for you going forward. Because whether you like it or not, unless you transfer to a different department, this is your management. It's like, yes, we can have a conversation about how y'all deal with each other. But on the flip side of it, you have to understand they're here to do a job just like you. Now, whether or not y'all can mend the relationship, if it has gotten to the point where it's actively aggressive, that's a tricky situation. But if you come into work doing your job, you on time, your work is done to completion, there's nothing to critique you on because you're doing it, no issues, then yes.
So to say,
I got your back.
You people who can't do the bare minimum of your job, you cannot sit up there with a pity party talking about people who talk to you in a certain way and hurt your feelings, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yes.
It's hard to advocate for yourself.
Yes.
Because no one is going to have your back.
Yes.
Let's be real now. If everybody say you the lazy person on the team or the person that's always making mistakes, I'm not saying this qualifies you to be disrespected. I'm not saying that because I'm not an advocate for disrespecting people at all. But what I am saying is very hard for you to demand the respect.
Yes.
And for others to demand on your behalf.
Correct.
If you can't meet the bare minimum standards of your job.
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
I understand. Because the only way that you can go around checking folks is you check yourself first.
Accountability. Accountability
goes a long way.
Yes.
I couldn't do the medical industry at all. It's just so much. It's just so much for so many different directions.
Absolutely.
And it's so many parties that you have to satisfy.
Absolutely.
And then you see the effects of those decisions up close and personal.
Yes.
So that's a very difficult industry that I salute all the people that can even put their pinky toe in the medical industry in any way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Myself, I've been working in banking for quite some time. And banking at the root of it is customer service. I'm just going to be real. It's customer service. Mm-hmm. Your competitors are not offering much of anything different than what you're offering as far as products. Everybody has savings, checking accounts, CDs, IRAs, like financial products across the industry are pretty standard. Mm-hmm. One may have a better interest rate here or there. You know, they may have better CDs, but we got better credit cards.
Right.
Our credit cards are not that great, but y'all don't like to give people auto loans. Like everybody is offering the same thing, but you have those small nuanced differences that allows banking institutions to compete. With that being said, mm-hmm. because the products are so similar across the board, much of what retains an account holder is customer service.
Yep.
I'm going to go to the institution that's in my neighborhood. I can get to easy. If I travel, I can get to it, and it works at different states or ATMs I can get to out the state. And if the people are nice to me,
right?
If the people treat me like human beings and not just numbers,
right?
And they treat the people who may not be millionaires with the same amount of respect as the people who are.
Okay? So in your industry, have you encountered any disrespect from management or customers or coworkers?
From every single angle, every single week. From every single angle, every single week. Okay, so when it comes to the customers, same thing. The people on the front line don't make the rules. Mm-hmm. Banking is different than medical because a lot of people in medical situations, you may not have complete and total power on your diagnosis. Mm-hmm. You have the power to follow the regimen to get better. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're diabetic, you probably should be cutting out certain things.
Right.
But when it comes to banking, a lot of the decisions that account holders make, managing their own finances, is totally on them.
Right.
For the most part that I see, it's hardly ever just like a random mistake. You chose to manage your account in this way. And they're upset that banks are for profit.
Okay.
Even though you got somebody answering the phone that's on payroll.
Right.
Servicing you, but you're also upset that there's a profit to be made.
Right.
You gave them the non-sufficient fund fee, but you interpreted it as you guys are stealing from me.
No.
But you also didn't have to buy, you know, the FanDuel parlays. You know?
Oh, that's what's popping up?
Oh, my goodness. They should have never put gambling on the internet. Never should have put gambling on the internet.
So FanDuel got them stressed out.
FanDuel, what's those other gambling?
I know the Michigan Lottery is even online, and people be having their accounts attached to that. But it's some more football ones. And
it's so many. Mm-hmm. It's so many.
I've seen them.
Yeah, it's horrible. It is horrible. Even more so that they don't really regulate whether or not these people are actually over 21 or even over 18.
And the OnlyFans, I heard the OnlyFans expressing y'all out.
The OnlyFans is quite interesting. Quite interesting. It's always fraud. It's always fraud.
Oh, it's always recorded as fraud.
Yeah, it's always fraud.
So they call and cussing and saying it's fraud.
Yeah, because usually what happens is somebody, a wife or a parent, sees it on their kids stuff, and they're like, "My son wouldn't do that." You sure? Because
I think Mikey is over there fooling, and you're not paying attention.
Yeah. The disrespect comes in though when account holders are not accountable, and they automatically, because of the state of our economy right now, people find themselves to easily just like victimize themselves. Like they just it's the world against me. That's why I overdrafted my account. And you look at the transaction history and you're like, you weren't buying bread and butter.
No. You was there in Somerset clowning.
And I'm somebody with empathy. They forget that we're human beings too.
Right.
I can see on your account if you was at Kroger buying bread and butter and you overdrafted your account.
Right.
Or, you was short on DTE a couple dollars. Right. I can see that happening. But if I look at your life and I see that you did all of these ATM withdrawals at Motor City, and then you meet me with disrespect when I say, well, you were at Motor City. Right. No one stole anything from you.
Right.
That's when the disrespect comes in, when we meet them with reality. That on most occasions, 99% of the time, that is the moment we get cussed out. That part right there is where they start calling us out of our name. And it's like, you are mad because
your decision.
We can put two and two together. Right. I don't get what they expect. So they go into this whole thing of banking institutions are scammers and they steal.
Right.
NSF shouldn't be a real thing. Neither should writing bad checks.
Right.
Should be a real thing, but you do it.
It's like, so their life decisions is biting them in the butt, but it's your fault.
Right. So in those situations where I'm met with disrespect, called out of my name, they're yelling, fussing, all those different things. At that point, the banking institution is very serious. You want to go to jail today?
Right.
Because you can take a ride in a paddy wagon if that's what you want to do. It's very straight to the point with it. You really can't just cut up in a banking institution like that and not expect, repercussions. They're very serious about that. Because robbery, of course, is the real thing. So you can't show any bit of hostility and think that you're still going to be able to. That's probably why so many people end up with Cash App cards and stuff.
Yes.
Or with the
chime cards.
The chime cards.
I haven't seen so many chime cards. I said, oh, y'all is wrecking y'all credit and y'all.
Don't call your banking institution saying, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to F somebody up, I'm gonna mess somebody up, or make any type of threats. It don't end well for you, because guess what? Bank of America still gonna keep rolling. Chase, JP Morgan, don't play with it.
No.
JP gonna be good.
They're gonna be like, account closed. Now have a good day.
Gonna be good. You can't do banking institutions like that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the customers, even though we're met with disrespect, you really don't have to address much with them.
Okay.
Because it's just a closed off thing. And it's actually quite humorous. A lot of times we end up laughing about it and moving on. And, it's them employees. It's them employees. Woo, it's them employees. Meet. Ugh. Yeah, it's the employees. Unfortunately, that school project you got to do.
Yes.
And whenever you have that group project, you're going to have people in the group that's going to participate in the project. You're going to find people that's going to have that takeover spirit and think they're supposed to not take anybody input. Everybody else is dumb. They're the only smart one in the group. I'm going to just do the project.
Yep.
Then you're going to have that person who intentionally tries to sabotage the project for whatever reason they want us to fail.
Yep.
And then you just have that person who is kind of just there.
Right.
We don't know what they're for.
Nope.
but they put their name on a paper.
And sometimes they despise.
Telling the teacher they not getting along. Telling the teacher they over there said that your class is done. So-and-so said they didn't even want to do the project.
Yep.
They quiet in the group, but they real talkative when the teacher come around.
Yeah.
Same thing in the workspace. You will have those people who don't really contribute much to the team, but they have high expectation of outcome on their part, the sabotagers, the snitches, and so forth. That is the disrespect that's difficult to navigate because you always want to remember that the issue in itself is the problem.
Right.
Try not to personalize it is how I attempt to go about it.
Me too. I don't take it personal.
Because if I take it personal, now your mama your daddy. Oh, God. Help me, Lord. Help me.
I learned a long time ago, you cannot take it personal because when you take it personal, you finna take it to the street in essence.
Take it
and it's
to
finna,
the pits of Hades.
Yeah, and it's finna go bad and there's no recovery.
It's hard to recover once you take it to a personal level. So
Absolutely.
In my mind, I always do like this mind trick of they're not mad at me.
Yep.
They're mad at my position.
Yep.
They're mad at the situation and circumstances that didn't necessarily go their way.
Yep.
It's very rare occasion to where I thought somebody directly had a problem with me as a person.
Right.
Very rare. I can count on one hand or less. That somebody I feel like just didn't like me as a individual. Situations like that, I consider myself a spiritual person. I love the Lord. I take those issues to him, and he moves rather quickly.
Absolutely, he does. Absolutely, he does.
In those situations, he moves rather quickly. People like to say he may not come when you want him. No, he moves quite quick.
Yeah,
he moves quite quick,
and he makes sure that you gonna be safe in the matter as well.
Right. I try not to address the disrespect directly. I try to go an indirect route. This is what I mean. Somebody say something through an email, and I'm sensing the disrespect in the email. I'm not going to march over to that person and say, "Hey, what's up with you?" Because in that email, let me tell you about yourself.
Because that's taking it.
That's the personal approach.
That's putting it on the floor. Like
that's how I would behave in my personal life. I'm going to come see you. Let's talk.
Me too.
Let's talk.
Yep, let's chop it up. Because obviously, based by your tone, we need to have a conversation.
We need to have a for real conversation.
Yes.
You can't do that in the workplace.
No.
Because typically when you outside of work and somebody say something ridiculous, then you had the space and opportunity to do other things.
Right.
In the workplace, a lot of it sounds like a lawsuit in jail time.
Yes.
Okay.
It's definitely a lawsuit in jail time.
I don't necessarily want to go that route.
Or you're labeled as difficult.
The aggressor.
You're the aggressor. Yes.
Mind you, I'm a Black woman.
You're a difficult, aggressive Black woman.
Difficult, aggressive Black woman. And on top of that, y'all, I wear my hair kinky most of the time. Very kinky and coily. It be in this natural state 80% of the time. So that just adds another layer of that lady right there wearing that afro in the office.
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah. So
I try to go the indirect route. For me, indirect is back in that email, I'm going to give you proof, timeline, receipts, CC, BCC.
Yes.
I'm going to attach the email to another email. I'm going to give you screenshots and proof of a procedure where you took the left turn and again, gear it back towards to the position. Accountability is a big thing. People try to avoid their responsibilities.
Absolutely.
So when someone recognizes this is a responsibility of yours, I'm just, following up or calling you out on it, people get frustrated and they lash out.
And then when you provide those receipts, I always say that's CYA. Because I'm going to cover my own behind. Cover my own ass.
I'm going to cover my own.
Because that part of it, people get lapse in memory.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah. Here you go. Here you go.
Check your email.
Yeah. Y'all know that gift for Kermit the Frog? How he be tapping on that typewriter. Kermit the Frog be getting it on that typewriter.
Yes.
Handling serious business.
Yes.
Miss Piggy said, what?
Yes.
Typewriter going ham.
Yes.
So I try to go the indirect route. Please go the indirect route, y'all.
Yes.
It saves your career.
It does.
It really does. None of this, don't take it personal. No. It feels personal, though.
It does.
And sometimes it is personal, especially when we add other aspects of intersectionality, being a woman in the workplace, being a woman of color in the workplace, being a pregnant woman in the workplace. I'm just going to say anything but a white man in the workplace.
Yes.
At this point.
Yeah.
From what I witnessed.
Yes.
Anything but a white man, you gonna come across it.
Yes.
I can't speak for the experience of a white man in the workplace, just like I can't necessarily speak for the experience of a black man in the workplace.
Right.
But from my vantage point of what I've witnessed firsthand in corporate spaces,
yes,
it seems to be everybody but the white man has protection and provision, right, is what it seems to be.
Yes.
If anybody has a counterpoint, I would love to hear it.
I would too.
I would love to hear it. But it's something about them that got some protection and provision.
Yes.
It'd be nice to have a little bit of it.
Yes.
But spread the wealth, child.
Because the accountability that we are held to.
The standard and the high standard of accountability.
And it's almost inhumane.
I'm accountable for not smiling every morning.
Yes.
I'm accountable for not waving bye as you leave for the day. I'm accountable for not having small talk in the elevator.
Accountable for not wanting to be friends outside of work.
I'm accountable for eating lunch at my desk. I'm accountable. Okay. I'm accountable for not having small talk in the bathroom.
When we in here to do what we supposed to do,
I scrub them hands.
Wash our hands and go about our day.
Hands. I'm not trying to.
Yeah. We don't have to have a conversation in there like that. Yeah.
I'm accountable for being out of dress code when you really just say I got too many curves.
Or are you jealous of my attire? Because I've had a coworker. Actually, I've had a couple coworkers who were almost disciplined because management felt their clothes were, I wouldn't say they were threatened because they dressed very nice. Mm. I had a coworker who a manager took a ruler out and measured the height of her heel. Mm. And saw when they was in regulation, got frustrated, and was still trying to write her up for something. So it can get deep, but in those instances, those ladies took it upon themselves to fight the battle a different way and expose those managers for who they were. And the managers were exposed.
The slow game, the long game is the best game to play when met with disrespect in the workplace. That instant gratification you get from cussing somebody out in the moment. And Black folks, I don't know what it is, but y'all really think cuss words solve stuff. I'm about to cuss that.
No.
Nobody cares about cuss words.
Because all they're going to do is give me your badge or give me your key.
You look crazy.
And you have a good day.
I'm about to cuss them out. Okay. So, some 4-letter words. Like, it don't solve anything because after you're done cussing, what happens next?
Yep.
Please tell me what happens after you're done cussing. Can we abolish the I'm about to cuss them out?
Yep. Because at the end of the day, for us in the healthcare, if you come in there clowning, the sheriff is actively in the building. So either you're going to get arrested or escorted out. For you in banking, I'm sure it's the same thing. You're going to get arrested and escorted out. So on both sides of the coin, you're going to get arrested or escorted out.
Yeah.
If you come clowning, it's not feasible. And I get it. People be upset. And I'm sure finances is one of the main ones they be upset about. Yes. But it's a way to conduct it. If you know you overspending and cutting a fool and at the casino and overdrawn and you at the mall and I'm just going to take the overdraft, you don't call the bank and say your car was stolen. That was you.
Yeah. And so many people come up with lies when it comes to reporting that fraud and stuff. It's kind of crazy. But I think the biggest issue, though, with disrespect is people like to meet disrespect with disrespect.
Yeah.
And think it's going to cancel each other out.
No. Fire is only going to ignite a bigger fire.
It elevates.
Yep, it's going to make an explosion, actually.
Yeah, it elevates the situation. You don't get anywhere. And I'm not saying be a Karen and try to victimize yourself and point fingers. We've seen that before.
Absolutely.
Where people try to victimize themselves. Advocacy doesn't come within the package of, I'm about to cuss them out.
No.
That's not how you advocate for yourself.
No.
You have to be strategic. Understand the role that you played in the situation.
Yes.
Communicate with actual words of resolve. Words that lead to resolve. Words that lead to understanding. And at the very least, words that lead to established boundaries.
Yes.
Because whether you change your behavior or not, I just need you to know, don't act like that this way.
Right.
This way.
Right.
Don't act that way.
Right.
Now, for all the other folks, I can't speak on them. I ain't asking you to change your ways. Mm-hmm. Your mama already raised you. Right. I'm not trying to re-raise you. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
You should act like Elmo when you come in my space.
And also take accountability. Accountability is a word. We need to do a whole episode on accountability because
folks be running from it.
People are running from it. Like the speed of Usain Bolt. They is running from accountability. Sha'Carri Richardson running from him.
Fast.
Yes. So always be accountable. And if you feel you are being wronged and disrespect is your only recourse, stop. Think of an alternate outcome because when you go to that respect realm, it's no coming back from it. Whether it's in healthcare, whether it's in banking, or any aspects of your life. Now, for you, what is too far for you in your personal life? Somebody going like too far in your personal life that you just like, okay, wait a minute. Let me bring you all the way back. What's your triggers? What are your keywords? What are you thinking about when somebody is going at you in a negative way and they being disrespectful? What is your form of resolution, so to speak?
Okay, so as far as the triggers for me would be rewriting history when we don't have facts in order.
Right.
I'm one of those people that it has to be the logical connection first. And then I can address your feelings, but we can't mix the logic with the feelings.
Right.
We honestly won't get very far.
No.
So once we establish 1 + 1 = 2, and the fact that 2 hurts my feelings, I can acknowledge that 2 hurts your feelings as long as you can acknowledge the 1 + 1 = 2.
Right.
Life isn't always fair. So the things that we want or don't want don't necessarily always happen. And we are human. So you are allowed to have your human emotions. But let's not rewrite history just because your emotions have been entangled with the facts.
Right.
So I'll give you an example. Had a disagreement with somebody. They the disagreement was I told them I didn't have the capacity to go somewhere. I made it a clear upfront I don't have the capacity to go somewhere. They were upset about the fact that I couldn't go.
Okay.
Frustrated in their feelings. I understand. that you are in your feelings over this, but it doesn't negate the fact that I wasn't honest about what I could do in the first place.
Right.
So let's not talk about the fact that I couldn't go. Let's talk about the fact that you couldn't take no for an answer.
Correct.
That's the actual issue. You could not take no for an answer because you were not bamboozled. You were not lied to. There wasn't any unethical strand in the situation.
Right.
A lot of people like to avoid those conversations because some people like to communicate with constant cover-ups.
Right.
Well, it ain't that. I wish I would have. No.
No. Because you're making it about something that it's not about.
Yes, that is like one of those boundaries for me that I just get so frustrated because how
they deflect to something else than not the actual.
That's
issue.
What it is. Deflection.
Yes.
Deflection.
Yes.
I find that to be disrespectful. When
too.
You deflect.
I do too.
Because it's so frustrating because it's like, I'm not mad at you for feeling how you feel. No. You can just be honest. Yeah. I'm like one of the most non-judgmental people ever. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care that you feel that way. Mm-hmm. I hope you don't care that I feel this way. Right. Once I say how I feel, I hope you can just move on the way I'm about to just move on. Right. Please. But once you start deflecting, rewriting history,
bringing up stuff that don't have nothing to do with what was the core of what we initially started discussing.
You're like, well, where did that come from? Right. We're talking about this. You done brought up that.
Yep. Because for me, that's a trigger for me.
Yes.
Because now I am listening.
Yeah.
I'm taking context clues. Like, I'm finna decipher everything because in my mind, when people do that, you've always felt that way.
So are you like me? I consider deflection disrespectful.
Yes.
Okay. I told Manny that yesterday. This is my little brother. I told my brother yesterday, you know that pissed me off when you get to talking in circles.
Yes.
I need you to say...
Land the plane.
Land it. Kneel right now. Tell me what you need.
Right.
Tell me what you're trying to say.
Right.
It's not necessary. So the deflection is one.
Yep.
And then name calling.
Oh, child.
Name calling. So you don't want this to get fixed. Once you start calling me out my name, you really don't want anything else to do. You don't want a resolution. You don't want a resolution. No. You don't ever want to see me again. You don't ever want to talk to me again.
Nope.
You don't want me in your life.
No. Because that is one of the ones I have to like, I almost start shaking because in my mind it's like, okay, don't cuss them out.
Yeah.
Don't cuss them out. Don't go there because they trying to have you come out of character. And that's one of the things I try to keep myself together because I know myself. Me getting out of character, everybody's finna have a bad couple years because that means you taking me all the way there. And if you get me to the point where I'm finna give you what you want, baby, I'm finna give you.
Now I'm in beast mode.
Yes.
So you're not going to get resolution.
No. Actually, you're going to get extreme conflict.
You about to get this work.
Yes.
You not about to get no resolve.
No.
It ain't going to be no happy ending.
No. And we ain't going to even be able to be in the same proximity of each other for a very quite years.
Now your baby ugly. You didn't call me out your name? You got that ugly ass infant over there? Yeah. Yeah. You thought I forgot your mom was a crackhead back in the day? That's why you act like this in 2025? Because your mama was smoking dope in the 80s, right? Yeah.
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 So that's why I make sure that I listen for context clues of what you're saying to me because in my mind, I'm processing in real time what you're saying to me, especially if you call me a name. I'm like, okay, so they want me to get out of character. And for me, it take me too long to not be mad.
Yes.
Because nobody can calm me down. I have to calm me down. So that's another reason why I don't like to get upset, especially in a personal setting, because it take me too long because I'm over here steaming, ready to break some stuff, and they didn't went on about their day because they didn't got me out of my character. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just listen, I'm listening, but I'm just at the same time, I'm finna break you like a fraction, and I'm gonna tell you to have a blessed day.
So I try to stay away from people that move me in that way.
Yes, me too.
If I get any sign that you operate in that way,
you gotta go.
I cannot befriend you.
No.
I don't care if you are a relative,
friend,
whoever. You have to go, because I am not able to be my best self. The worst of me.
Yes.
The low life version of me
will be on Front Street like
the gutter snipe, as Melania Van Zant would say.
Yes.
The gutter snipe in me.
Yes.
Will come out.
Yes.
She's dormant.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think a lot of people forget
that you savage at heart.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. They forget that. So once you behave a certain way over a certain time, people automatically assume that is no more. No, I'm making a conscious decision. What the Hulk say? I'm always mad.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all remember that Marvel movie?
Yes, he said.
When he said, how you just turn like it just happened instant, you ain't turned yet. He said, I'm always mad.
Yeah.
I'm never not on 10.
Yes. He just chose to control it.
Yes. That man turned green that second.
Yes, he did.
He said, you thought I was cool?
Right.
You thought it was good?
Yes.
Okay. That's me.
Yes.
I don't take no drugs.
Me either.
Okay. Prescribed.
Or any other.
Marijuana.
None of it.
I barely drink alcohol. Every now and then, if this girls is out, I have a cocktail.
Yeah, I don't even drink.
I don't even go to the liquor store.
No, me either.
Don't purchase it for the house. I can't tell you the amount of work it takes to have emotional regulation. I can't afford to meet disrespect.
That is a great emotional regulation because
it's gymnastics. Call me Simone Biles. Where my middle?
Yes.
Because it's a gymnastic.
It is.
Put me on a podium. I won't go.
Yes.
No, I won't go, Tasha.
Yes. Platinum.
Put me at the top.
Yes. Because that maneuvering that alone with no substances, because, I make conscious decisions. There's no substances that I want to regulate me. And that's just a personal thing.
Right.
But at the same time is just because I smile and I giggle, don't think that it's a cakewalk over here. There are boundaries in place to make sure that you gonna know not to play with me in a certain manner. Or to try me, because one of my main ones is I don't like people to question my loyalty. Because I'm one of them people, if I say I got your back and you my friend, that means I'm literally going to put my life on the line for you.
Yeah.
And when you flirt with them lines, oh, you a terrible friend. Who you talking to? Who are you talking to? When literally if I call you my friend, and that's another thing people don't realize, there's a difference between friends, associates, and,
that's why so many people be getting hurt too, because they don't know how to organize their circles.
Yes.
Friends, from associates to co-workers.
Or people you just know in passing.
Right. I know of you.
Yes. But if I say that you're my friend, that means I'm going to do some jail time about you, and could potentially put my life on the line for you because I care about you that much. But when people say you a terrible friend, you this, that, and the third, okay. Well, the friendship is over. I'm not going to go back and forth with you about a friendship because you feel this way. And with you unloading all this information, you've been feeling this way for a while. So if I'm such a poor of a friend, then we don't have to be that. Because that's just how I'm going to carry it. And then another one with loyalty, I just don't like when people try to put their issues off on you as like a friend. Like, I understand being a friend and you being there to support your people. But at the same time, I find it disrespectful. Like, well, I'm going through this and you didn't help me. But did you not put yourself in this predicament? So you want me to have a pity party with you?
Can't pity at the party.
It's like you put yourself. We had conversations about this. So for you to say, but you didn't help me, I told you this was going to happen if you did this, but you're mad at me because it happened?
So for you, when it's like a question of loyalty, in your mind, you process that as the fact that you question my loyalty over this disagreement means that all along,
yes,
you question
yes,
this friendship because for this matter right here, that's so small and insignificant. Yes.
And it's always something small and insignificant.
You done jumped over this leaping hurdle and now I am not a good friend?
Yes.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Because it's like especially if it's been longevity in the friendship, because I feel like you can come and talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty open book. You can come talk to me. If you feeling a way, well, let's talk about it. Because what's going on? If you feeling like something, like just talk to me. And I am accountability. Yes, I know sometimes my tone can be. And sometimes I'm just not going to budge on certain things, but I feel like I'm still open to a compromise on a lot of things. Yeah. It's just like, but
a lot of people can't handle that though.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the things I love about you. I can go back and forth with you and then when I go to sleep, I'll be like, hello there, friend.
Yes.
And that be it. Because as quickly as I'm done with the conversation, I'm like a goldfish.
Yes.
I done forgot.
Yes.
I done forgot.
Yes.
But some people hold
harbor
stuff. They hold each and every conversation. Yes. And it'd be so insignificant. Like you really taking this conversation that was about this specific thing and you're carrying that energy over from one kind. Listen, I gotta tell you this. I was talking to somebody and I kid you not, they were having a disagreement with this person in 2024. They brought up something that happened in the 90s. I kid you not. They brought up something that happened in the 90s.
30 years?
I was flabbergasted and confused.
30 years?
Because, for one, I was flabbergasted, confused, and I felt kind of bad for that person because imagine all of the circumstances they've been carrying.
Yes.
There's a heaviness.
Yes.
The fact that you've been carrying so many experiences and adding weight to it.
Yes.
Every little disagreement don't need to be carried.
No. And that's 30 years of the 90s? 30 years?
The 90s.
And see, that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like that because, one, if you're friends, like truly friends, I'm not talking about associates and people who know you.
No, we go hard in the paint with each other.
Yes. But if you're true friends and you feel like your friend stepped over the line, what's stopping you from saying, hey, you went too far?
Well,
you went too far with me.
Somebody that like to have real-time conversations. Mm-hmm. Like in the moment, it's very rare you're going to walk away a conversation with me and not know how I felt in the conversation. Right. I would say in that moment, like, yeah, you're right. I ain't like that.
Yeah.
And be done with it. But it's a lot of people who maybe it stemmed from childhood.
Could be.
Trauma, all type of stuff. Just the way they family culture is.
Right.
It's a lot of people who find that offensive when you are straightforward.
Yes.
People will find that offensive, and we talking about disrespect.
Yeah.
They will consider that disrespectful or rude if you are straightforward.
This is true.
I want to know from those people,
what are you hearing?
What are you hearing? And what is the actual offense in being straightforward?
Right.
Some people will say you should have worded that a little better, said it a little softer. Some stuff is black and white. How softer can a no be? Do I have to provide explanation as to why it's a no? Does that make it softer?
I'll say, like, we have mutual friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can say certain things a little bit more aggressive to one than the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say with the saying it a little different, yes, I do agree.
Elaborate on that.
Because I could probably say something like really like stern to you, but will be taken offense by someone else.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and that's that's personalities, like just the way people personalities
right. It's like I can be sterner, but with this person, I know I gotta be like, okay, I gotta check in and be like, do you understand what I'm saying? And it's not to be detrimental to you. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. To you, I can be like, Nisha, no. Grace, no, I'm not. No, we're not doing this. We remember we talked about this.
But why are we not doing this?
Just remember we talked about this and we said we're going to work on this. But that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, with everybody.
Right. So I can say, yes, I do agree. And sometimes, especially if you know your friends and their temperament and how they process things, yes, some things you cannot say aggressively to them, or they're going to be, oh my God, and it's the tears. And it's just like, I didn't say this to you to have you.
I didn't sign up for that.
Right. I didn't say this to you to have you on the floor sobbing or nothing. I'm just saying this to you to help you.
I think that taps into love language a little bit.
True.
Communicating with people on how they prefer to be communicated with.
Right.
And if you are in a relationship and you truly love this person, you have an understanding or a respect for this person even, then you will say things in a way that you know that they will be able to receive it.
Correct.
Because you're not just having conversation for the sake of having conversation.
Correct.
You're having it for understanding. Right. So if you know saying it in a certain way is going to bring this person clear understanding, better comprehension, then as a friend, you should be able to modify.
Right.
And to be flexible in your communication.
Correct.
That is something I struggle with. I don't even know if I want to call it a struggle.
I'll say it's one of your icks.
Okay. I'll receive that.
And it's just one of them things where you're not going to bend on that. That's just who you are. And people have to understand that's who you are. Now, will you compromise?
Yes. I'll try to.
It depends on
it always requires
what it is.
A circle back though.
Yes. It all depends on what it is if you'll compromise. But what you will do, you will think about it.
Yeah. Sometimes I know I get frustrated with repetitive conversations.
Yes.
Once it starts getting repetitive, I'm like, all right now. All right.
Just like you was with your brother.
Okay. Okay. Do we need Tom Cruise to land this plane? Top Gunning it? What do we need?
Right.
Okay. When it get repetitive, I can admit, it gets a little frustrating. I start losing patience. When, in the moment, I think because I'm such a linear person, it's like these are the facts, so therefore I should do this.
Right.
I assume that everybody else wants to line the facts up,
and that's your.
I be assuming, and people say that is disrespectful that you are lining up the facts and telling me facts about my life that I didn't ask you for. But I'm like, we having a conversation. You not? I'll be so confused.
But see, this is the thing. You got to realize who you're talking to.
Yeah.
And if they're ready to hear their truth.
Yeah.
Now, most of the time, are they ready to hear their truth?
I'm finding out no.
Okay. So that's where you got to realize when you know that the person that you're about to engage with, you have to be like, okay.
So I'm with wisdom.
Yes.
I am learning. It is best to ask, what kind of conversation is this?
That's perfect.
Because I know for me personally, I oftentimes don't know in the moment.
Right.
When we're just going straight into conversation, right. I'm processing the information how I would process it for myself.
Right.
And communicating as such. So I have to actively establish what this circumstance is on the forefront. Is it a venting session?
Right.
Are we just sharing feelings?
Right.
Do you want my feedback?
Do you want a solution?
Do you want a solution?
Yes.
Because sometimes people actually want your feedback, but they don't necessarily want a solution. I just want to have a conversation, talk to you, and hear your vantage point.
Right.
That don't mean I'm going to do it.
Right.
Other people, they like, I really need to figure out which way to go.
Okay.
I want a solution, right? And then you got the people, I just want to talk.
Vent, yes.
I actually don't want nothing but somebody to just hear what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I've had to learn that because I'm a problem solver.
Yeah.
So I'll be listening. To solve,
putting puzzle pieces together. So, while you listening, you with the puzzle, like, okay.
Because my thing is, if you aggravated enough, I'm like, well, we finna find a plan, so you won't have to continue to deal with this.
That be my thinking. Do we want to go through this struggle again?
Right.
That may be one of my preliminary questions.
Yes.
Is this a struggle you want to experience again?
Yes. Yes.
Are we going to do this next month?
Right.
What else do you want from me?
I guess that is disrespectful because we go in trying to problem solve, but they really just want to be. Yeah. But I also have set stipulations. You can only come to me about something twice. Mm-hmm. By that third time, we need a resolution.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm going to allow you to vent the first time. The second time, you probably trying to sort some things out and need some advice. But the third time, we need to eradicate it.
Wrap it up, Buttercup.
We need to eradicate it, get rid of it. And so you won't have to continue to deal with this.
Yeah. Because
now it's habit forming. This is a habit. And I'm not going to let you make your habit my habit.
Especially when it's causing a detriment to somebody's life.
Yes.
I don't understand not wanting to get out of that situation. Right. But then at the same time, I have to be conscious that everybody's not ready, willing, or able to move at the same pace as me.
Right.
I'm somebody who don't like struggle.
Me either.
So if it's a relationship and it's on a struggle bus,
yes,
we can get rid of this.
Absolutely.
If it's any situation to where it's just overwhelmingly, and I hate to even say this, because boy, y'all little social media influencers really have ruined this. If it's not serving me, it paid me to say it. If it's not serving me in a positive way.
Yes.
I don't believe in self-serving.
No.
I don't. I'm so anti-self-serving.
Yes.
So when I say if it's not serving you, meaning it's not pushing you to your greatest potential.
Right.
I don't believe others around you are in servitude. So self-serving, I'm so anti that. But by self-serving, we should be thinking about it as, does this push me towards the greater me?
Yes.
Does it push me to my highest potential?
And is it impacting me in a way that 5 months, 6 months, a year from now, that I'm glad?
Yeah, I'm not living in regret.
Exactly.
I'm not remorseful that the time was wasted.
Right.
I'm not, sad, depressed, or in a place of wondering, why did I choose anything but peace?
Right.
Yeah, no regrets. So it's so funny how people process disrespect. Everybody is just triggered by so many different things.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's really, I know we have key ones for ourselves, but a lot of people, like you said, feel disrespected just from you not speaking. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or smiling. Or waving. Or saying good morning. So, I mean, the level of disrespect that people find triggering. It could run the gamut. But I say this to say, if it's not personally an attack on you
as an
individual, don't carry it as such. Mm-hmm. That would be my takeaway from that, is just, if it's not going to be to the detriment of your life or your well-being, do not take it personal.
Can this offense alter your life?
Correct.
Ask yourself.
Correct.
Can this offense really alter my life?
Correct.
No? Okay.
Then that's just say my feelings are hurt and I didn't particularly like what was said. That is a form of disrespect, but at the same time, if it's not going to be to the point where you going to be unalived, you kind of have to just process it and move on.
And take this as the last note, that disrespect is a combination of what we consider rude or impolite or offensive. These are all social norms that have to be constructed through experiences. So what you find disrespectful in your household, rude or impolite, in the next one may not be the same thing. I'm from another state. What I find to be rude or disrespectful in the North may not be the same thing in the South.
Yes.
We in North America, South America operate differently.
Right.
On another continent, they may operate differently. It is not a personal thing.
No.
So if you are feeling disrespected, it is something that you have to take ownership of as your individual irks, not necessarily the responsibility of that other person.
Right.
All you can do is communicate, I'm offended.
Yeah.
And it's up to them. The ball is now in your court to decide on whether or not they want to make right with that offense. But if they don't, again, is it life altering?
Right.
Your life at risk? Yes or no?
And I say with life altering, I mean, is somebody finna harm you? Because that goes into the domestic realm, you know.
Are you going to be homeless?
Yes.
Your kids at risk?
Correct.
Is this going to cause lifelong trauma?
Correct.
Your livelihood at risk? Correct. Will you be fired?
Yes.
Could you potentially miss out on other financial opportunities that could help you?
Yes.
Is it going to alter your career?
Yes.
Education?
Yes.
The life altering, meaning your life is going to be changed, shifted.
Yes.
Off of this moment of disrespect.
Yes. Because you have to kind of break that down, because people be like, well, she yelled at me. Okay, but did you die?
Take a nap.
Yes. Were you unalive?
When somebody yells at you, take a nap.
Yes. I find that you wake up in a better attitude.
Yeah, I forget. What happened? What was said? Yeah. Helen Keller to it.
So the takeaway is know your icks, know what triggers you, and do your best to set the boundaries so when people encounter you, they know that you have boundaries in place to protect yourself and that they have to address you along those boundaries. So disrespect won't happen. Now, I'm not saying that disrespect won't ever reach you, but if you set boundaries in place and people know when they come to you that they got to respect those boundaries,
they will.
Then they will. And the disrespect will be the least of your worries.
You can only accept what you're willing to tolerate.
Correct. And with that, we're going to thank you for tuning in today. We will be back with another episode, but you have a great day and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.